Hey gang, this is Jeff, Blowout and Damper 3, flying solo this week. Today's topic is spin-offs, going back to the 1970s. We're going to start out with Happy Days. There's going to be some spin-offs there that you may not realize actually occurred.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are happy days. These days are
Happy Days started January 15, 1974. In season 3, 6, and 7, we get to run into Fonzie's love interest, and her name was Laverne. She had a good friend named Shirley. Laverne and Shirley aired in January 27, 1976. Now, in February of 1978, Richie Cunningham was almost abducted by aliens. Well, alien. Our favorite Orc. He was on Happy Days. So the Mork and Mindy aired September 14th, 1978. Now, in March of 1982, we ran into Joni Loves Chachi. I knew it existed, and I think my sister watched it. I probably have seen a couple episodes of it, but that was really all I needed to know about it. There was a couple of little-known spin-offs, so they kind of get honorable mention on that. Fonzie and the Happy Days. I didn't recall it, so I'm not including it as any detail on it. Blanksy's Beauties. Nothing. I've got nothing. And then Out of the Blue. Once again, I don't know anything about that. Now, there was, off of Laverne and Shirley, there was a spin-off of Lenny and Squiggy, and they were joining the army. They filmed the pilot, and I don't think it ever even aired. Still, kind of cool. Now, if we go back a few years, we're going to start with All in the Family.
Way Glenn Miller played
songs that made the hit parade.
guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days.
And you knew when you were there.
And January 12, 1971, All in the Family was an incredible show. It was really pushing the envelope with presenting racism and prejudice in a humorous way, and you get to know Archie, and yeah, he has these predisposed prejudice and accepts all the stereotypes, but you can see that at the end of the day, he's just really a guy. He's just a guy that appreciates most people all the time. Anyway, Archie got sick, and Edith, his wife, her cousin, came to stay with him for a little bit to help out with everything in the Bunker household. And her cousin's name was Maude. Maude aired September 12th, 1972. Now, here's an interesting thing. Maude had a maid, and Maude's maid name was Florida Evans. Now, Florida Evans had a family, and we learned more about that family in Good Times, 1974, February 8th, 1974. Had Jimmy Walker in it, Kid Dynamite.
Hello. Aren't you glad you let your fingers do the walking? Because you got Kid Dynamite doing the talking.
It was considered the first African American with a two-parent family sitcom. So that's cool. Now, the Bunker family, Archie's neighborhood got integrated, and Archie's next door neighbor was George Jefferson's. We meet the Jeffersons, throughout the show, but eventually George's his dry cleaning business took off, and he was able to get further along, and he was able to move on up to the east side.
Well, we're moving on now. To the east side. To a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
In The Jeffersons, which aired January 18th, 1975. Now, The Jeffersons had a maid whose name was Florence, not Florida, Florence, and Florida took a job at a hotel. And we learned a little bit about that job. We learned a little bit more about that job in April 9th of 1981, called Checking In was the name of the series. Had 4 episodes. I included it just because my utmost respect and appreciation for the Jeffersons TV show, and Miss Gibbs, who played Florence. I just, have a special place in my heart. So it only had 4 episodes, and basically they said, no, the hotel burned down, and she went back to work for the Jeffersons. Now, back at the Bunker household, Edith died. And when Edith died, we quit focusing so much on the Bunker household. Archie retired from wherever he was working, and he bought the bar. And so then we started focusing on Archie Bunker's place, which didn't do as good as All in the Family, but it was a solid show, and it had several seasons. After that, we had Gloria and 704 Hauser. They both spun off of All in the Family, but I recognized, when I started doing the research on this, I recognized Gloria as a show, but I don't remember it. And 704 Hauser, just it's vaguely firing a neuron, so I got nothing there either. So they just get honorable mention in my book. But I think that's it for those 2 shows. I know there's plenty of shows that had spin-offs. Those 2 were the ones that always stood out in my mind. Give us a shout. Let us know what you think. Spin-offs from shows that maybe were unexpected or people just didn't realize. And be sure to look for us on look for Damper 3 on Facebook and Instagram and Threads, and I think that's it. I don't know. Hey, thanks everybody for watching, and have a great time.